Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to do the final isometric drawing of this U-bend shape for your clacker. So it looks something like this. I'm going to go more freehand than in the previous drawings, but you know, with practice you should be able to do the same. Okay, so I'm going to start with another horizontal line on the page. Again, that should be fairly lightly done. The height of the crating box is going to be 15 mil. The diagonal width in this direction will be 60 millimeters. Then again go up 15 mil. Then in this direction it's going to be 100. And then again up 15. And then you join them up. Like so. Now add the top. This is where most mistakes are made. So what I try and do is get that ruler on there, slide it across, so that the line I draw, that one will be parallel with that one. And then that remaining one should be 60 mil. It is. Okay, that's my crating box. Now, to do these lengths, I'm going to say that they're 20 mil wide. Just put a little marker. 20 mil from each side, same down here, and then you connect them up. Again, this should be done lightly, like so. And then I'm going to locate this curve. We could do it this end or this end, it's up to you. You need to do it 30 mil from the ends. As a guideline to give you the center of this circle. Okay, so that distance there was 30 mil. Again, this is to mark out where this curve will be. Once you've done that, we need a box. So if you go 10 mil either side from there and there, and then again 10 mil either side. I've got 10 mil from there to there and there to there. And then you draw a box roughly in that shape. I know that's where the curve will be. Now remember, with the crating technique, about halfway is the point you need, so that when I do my curve it's going to touch that point and then carry on here. So it's going to look something like that. And then I'm going to do some big sweeping curves here. Again, the midpoint, mark it there. That's the middle length there. A big sweeping curve so that it touches there and then carries on. It joins up about there. Alright, once that's done, from the furthest out point here, I'm going to go down 15 mil and then add a curve like so. So actually, if I projected that down, that curve should go from there to there. Right, it's starting to look a bit like my clacker piece now. I'm going to put some vertical lines in there. I'm going to have a vertical line along here, and then this needs to be parallel. So from the bottom point there, just slide it up. Where the curve has met here, I'm going to go straight down. And actually, where that line intersects this line, I can add another curve at the bottom. Okay, so this curve will mirror that one. Right, I've got the rough shape of it now. So I'm going to go over in my fine pen. You can use a ruler, or I'm going to do it freehand. It's up to you. Don't forget that internal details, internal lines, should all be done lightly in pen. Oh, made a mistake there. The external ones are going to be done with a much heavier pen line. Okay. Make sure that you're not going over all of the guide pencil lines you've done, because say for example these lines crossing here, they were only to help me center where the circle, this curve would be. So it's not necessarily all of the pencil lines you're going over. It's just what you want remaining on the page at the end. Okay, there are the details, all in a fine pen. As you can see, I'm rushing this, so it doesn't look as smart as it should. And then a nice fat pen, again, just to make it stand out from the page. Don't be scared if you go a bit too far with the fat pen. It is a technique to actually cross it. Like, see the way it crosses there? That's fine if you want to do that. It's a good way of hiding mistakes. Don't forget as well, an alternative to a fat pen is you just go over again in your thinner pen. If you went over twice around the outside in your thin pen, that might look quite good. Okay, so that's all the pen work then. Now I can start erasing what I don't want. Make sure that all your pen lines are dry before you do this. Right, and there now is my U-bend. Looked at like it's from an angle. Finally, if you just want to hatch it, again, remember, you could have dark sides where you've got lines that are pressed quite heavily, and you could cross hatch. The sharper the pencil, the better. So that's quite a dark. If I imagine that the light is coming from this direction, then I might also hatch this side, a sort of in between shade, and just in here I could do closer hatching to make that bit look darker like that, and I might do the same here. And then I'll leave the top blank. Okay, give that a go.